Somewhere, deep in the Ozark woods, lurks the two people everyone tries to avoid the most. If you're not careful, they may find you before you find them.
Hi guys, we're back. We're watching. We got to talking. So anyway,
Okay, you're saying I'm supposed to be hip just so I can keep you hip. If you ask some of our children, they'll tell you I was never hip, not ever. Like, okay, you see the kids and they texting and these IMs. You know what IM is, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay, texting. I mean, a whole damn text message is nothing but IMs, and she can sit there and read it like it's a freaking paragraph. Okay, I'm knowing what the kids call screen hustling. Do you know what screen hustling is?
No.
Okay, have your phone up, and if somebody's leaning over looking on your screen, being nosy, called screen hustle.
Oh.
Okay, so I used to screen, and I said screen hustle the girls. Okay, well I'm screen hustling, and she's reading this text, and I'm like, you know what that says? She told me, yeah, mom, this is this. So then she started texting me, OMW, huh?
On my way.
I didn't know that. So I would send her question marks. And then she would spell it out. Or I'd say something to her and she said WTF. I send her a question mark. What the fuck? Oh, no. I've never been hip. Not at all. So if we want to get hip, we need to talk to our children and our grandchildren.
No test.
Okay, let me see this.
This one.
Mm-hmm. So that's the one with the Aubrey dude. Them three white guys went to jail. The dad, the son, and the neighbor.
They were convicted.
Yeah, they were convicted.
I don't know if they're, what they're doing in the appeal. I think they're appealing it because of the judge's order. The jury had no choice, but because of how the judge worded his orders to the directions to the jury had to convict him. They had to find him guilty. Otherwise, they would.
I didn't follow that case, so I don't really know what happened.
I didn't follow it as heavily as I did the other one.
Kyle Rosenbach.
The Rittenhouse, yeah.
Okay, Rittenhouse.
Yeah, I didn't follow this one as closely, but I kept an eye on it.
I didn't even keep an eyebrow on it. I just know this little snips and tips and the tidbits and stuff you told me, but as far as following, I didn't.
This was one of those. It was.
I didn't follow it.
From what I gleaned from what I did see, there were too many unknown variables for me to make any kind of personal decision on guilt or innocence, because I wasn't there. I didn't see what all the evidence was. I wasn't able to watch the people themselves and take readings from body language and stuff, and there was too many gray areas as far as how the law was written to begin with.
All I know is three white guys shot a black guy. I don't know why, was he in the wrong or whatever.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't watch it, I didn't follow it, because I'm so sick of black people are so expendable that we're fair game for white people and cops. And what a lot of black people are failing to realize is you're only hearing half of the story.
Yeah.
You're not hearing what that fucker did to get shot by these white cops.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't for the propaganda, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not even going.
Yeah.
Like, dudes, I'm sick of black people.
No, it was. There was a father. Just the clip notes. The father, son, and neighbor was tired of criminal trespass and vandalism and theft and stuff going on in new construction in their neighborhood, and they had like ring surveillance or something, and they saw this individual repeatedly on several different nights going in and out of these houses that were under construction. They called the cops. Cops weren't able to, wrap. I mean, they got one of a million other things to do. It's on their list, but it's not.
They hadn't got to it yet.
Well, and it's not the highest priority because somebody didn't die. I know that's a bad way to put it, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of people dying, and that should be a high priority over somebody stealing stuff from a construction site. So they decided to citizen police, which by law you can do. The gray area was how they went about it.
Did he have a gun?
Huh?
Did he have a gun?
They didn't know. So they went armed with the shotgun,
Uh-huh.
not knowing how he was armed. That was their right.
Uh-huh.
But how the situation was handled when there was personal interaction between all of them, there was too much hype from both sides on the media for me to determine actually what happened. But from what I could glean from the hype, those people should not have gone out there with a shotgun because they were not firearm wise. They were not trained in firearm safety. They did not follow safety protocols. And there was a struggle for the shotgun, and the black kid got shot.
Was he struggling for the shotgun?
Yeah, they were fighting over. From what I understand, they were fighting over the shotgun. The black kid grabbed the shotgun and was trying to take it away from the guy, and the guy just cut him in half with it. And I'm telling you, that's the cliff notes from what I gleaned from not watching it. Hold on, so I'm not saying that's exactly the truth.
Okay.
That's the perception that I have, and that's the reason why I said I'm not willing to make a call one way or the other on was their conviction right or wrong, because I didn't follow the case close enough.
Okay.
I look at it, I will follow a case loosely on the news, and if there is not a big backlash from one side or the other, well, if there's a backlash from one side and it's not reciprocated from the other, then it's just hype.
Okay.
It's just rhetoric. But if, like Kyle Rittenhouse,
Yeah, both sides going in.
yeah, they both sides. So okay, now you need to go in and examine every foot and every detail that you can glean from the trial, because if both sides are screaming about it, then something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if only one side screams about it and the other side ignores it, then chances are the decision was the right decision in the long run. It may have not have been about for the right reason, but like the left always says, the outcome, it's the outcome that counts, not how you get there. Doesn't matter how many people have to die to get to freedom. Freedom's the goal. You know what I'm saying? So, but when that doesn't play in their favor, then they start crying.
Okay.
But anyway, that's what I got.
Let's see what I'll be saying.
Beauty of this, and I hope that this speaks, and I hope that my people will cut this video right here and share this, because it's a moment where I feel like some people, and the gentleman was very respectful, and I don't think that this is him at all, but I think some other people, they really don't understand where I'm coming from, and they never give me a chance, and they don't even want to listen to my explanation. I don't just randomly say stuff, right? I don't just talk just to be talking. And I really don't comment on stuff that I'm not sure about, right? There's a lot of police shootings that I never spoken about because, for whatever reason, some of them I haven't even done the research. I don't even know what it is. I don't have an honest opinion about it. And then there are others that I know that are very controversial, but I do my research and I try to look at it. I got all body camera footage, or not all of it, but at least I watched it. I know what's going on. I heard the 911 calls, and once I do all that, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to make a judgment on this based on what I see, my training and experience. And I feel like I give a very honest perspective because, with this Tamir Rice, it was like, yeah, I thought the officers were stupid. I mean, I thought the tactics sucked. I mean, I'm gonna go back to this clip, and the reason why I think they accidentally slid through this grass because you can see the streak marks of them rolling up to this thing. I think they were trying to drive up, and then the last minute they're like, "Oh crap, that's the kid." And the driver tried to stop, and he slid all the way up in front of this thing. I think they were just trying to get here, maybe drive on the grass, or drive around here to kind of see if they can get him in the car, anticipating that he may run or whatever the case may be. I could be wrong, I didn't hear the testimony, but just watching the video, it looked like they came up here, and they were driving up, and all of a sudden, they see the kid over here. Because he's about to get up. I mean, think about this. He's up out the thing. I think he see them. He's finna get up. Let me fast forward because I think it's going to take a while. Oh, yeah, right here. So he got up now. He's not getting up like this. He see these cops. He know he got that gun. Now, he may not know people were calling the police on him. So Tamir may think that they don't know I got this gun. And maybe they do know I got it, but he's not thinking. And they don't know what he doing, and he don't know what they doing, right? The police don't have access to this camera. Because then they would have been like, this guy don't seem like he's that crazy on camera. He looked crazy to me, but they may not think so if they saw it, but they don't see it. They get a call of a man chasing somebody around the park with a gun, and depending on their experience, life experience or whatever, they are picturing what they're about to come in contact with. Some dude may see a 6'5" dude, or maybe get us a small dude, a grown man. They have all these thoughts that they think of, and they pull up, and this kid ain't showing no signs of being like, I ain't do nothing. He ain't nothing in his character is being like, I'm complying. And so I think they pull up and they see him, they try to stop, and they start to slide all the way up here. And then at this point, he's walking right towards the police car. He's not like this. He's not doing anything. It looked like he got the gun in his hand, and it looked like he reached for it at some point. Like right here, you see him lift his shirt up, and he's reaching in there for the gun. Now, I don't know if he thinks he's trying to pull a gun out to show him his face. I don't know what Tamir is doing. I have no idea. But for this kid and the cops to pull up and he lift his shirt up and reach for the gun. Now, let me say this, and then I'm going to move on. The parents ain't going to be honest about their child. Tamir may have been a troubled kid, and Tamir may not give no about cops and give no about dying or nothing. He may be a straight gangster, and you can be a gangster at his age, because there was a kid that just was selling illegal guns at 13 and got robbed and shot his sister in the head. He was a 13-year-old. I got clips that I'm gonna show y'all of 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-olds being sentenced for killing people. So just because you young don't mean you can't be crazy. And for this young man to get up off this gazebo watching these cops pull up, and him to walk over like this, reach in his waistband and put like he gonna pull a gun out. They gotta react to that. Whether you 13, 12, you can't just be like, oh, I think it's a fake gun. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, it's not a fake gun. And let me show y'all the gun that Tamir had, because I think that's important too. People may not have seen that gun. People have not seen that gun that he had. And so some people that say, oh, it's a toy gun, they're thinking of a little gun with an orange tip on it, right? Let's go to the guns. They think a gun like this. Tamir didn't have a gun like this. He had this gun. This is a real gun and Tamir's gun. You cannot tell the difference
The only thing is,
between these two guns. He pulled out
this section of the
this
barrel on
gun.
This one is longer than on
This
that.
is a real gun. This is the gun he had. There's no way of
You see
telling the
what I'm
difference.
saying? That's the
This
only
is the gun he
difference
had.
that I'm saying.
This is the gun in evidence. He purposefully took the orange tip off of that gun and it looked real. And I can click on it to give you a bigger, this thing is in the way. Let me come over here. Move this out the way. The gun looked real. It wasn't a toy like this. It was a real gun. It was like this, a real gun. And see, some people don't know that. And they say, Branden Tatum, you're a monster for saying that this little innocent kid. I would argue that that kid didn't look like this at the time of his death. He probably didn't look like this. This is probably a picture of him when he was in the 3rd grade. And they try to find the sweetest, most innocent picture. When here's a picture of him pointing a gun and chasing people in the park with a gun that looked like this. For all intents and purposes, it looked like a real gun. They show a picture of Tamir Rice looking like an innocent little baby. And I'm not saying that's not him, but I guarantee you that's not what he looked like. Let me give y'all an example of what they do. And they mess with people's emotions. Ahmaud Arbery did not look like this when he was shot. He did not look like this. This is a picture of the boy when he was in middle school or something, high school. Ahmaud Arbery did not look like that. And now they try to scrub all the real pictures of Ahmaud Arbery off the internet because they don't want you to see him the way he really looked. They go pick pictures of him when he was happy, probably a good kid at this point. They don't pick no pictures of him in real life. All the pictures you see, Ahmaud in this little cute little outfit. Let me see. They probably erased it from the internet. This is what Ahmaud looked like right here. This is what he looked like. He didn't look like that little innocent kid. He looked like this. Let's see. He looked like, this is him shoplifting. He looked like that. He didn't look like that little innocent little kid. Where's his other picture at? He got stopped on a traffic stop. This is him about to get tased because he out there. This is what he looked like. Some more pictures. This is what he looked like. I wish I could zoom it in. He didn't look like that little innocent boy like this. He looked like a hood rat with his pants sagging and violent. He was violent. That's why they attempted to tase him, because he's violent. And do you want me to show the video? Because he was cussing, he was being violent with these officers. One of them pulled up, and he was trying to get back in his car or whatever, and the other put up and put him at taser point. He didn't look like this. He looked like this. They don't want you to see this picture of Ahmaud, because then you'll say, he looked kind of rough. He looked kind of aggressive. You know, he looked like he got muscles. He ain't no little friendly kid like this. He like that. Now, people may get in their feelings and say, it don't matter, he dead. Well, it does matter, because they show the McMichaels. When you look at the McMichaels, this is the picture they show of the McMichaels and Roddy Bryant. Look at that. They show the mug shots. Travis McMichael was in the Coast Guard. Gregory McMichael was a police officer for a long time. These two men honorably served in the military and in law enforcement.
I did not
He was
know.
he was
told you,
I think he did policing in the Coast Guard. He didn't look like this. You go back and get his Coast Guard picture, that's not what he looked like. And they show him.
So that's where I said I didn't know that, and the spin had been that they weren't trained. Well, I did not know that they were military and police trained. So then that takes that out of the picture, and that changes that taint.
Let me move this stupid thing. I'm gonna turn it off. I think we get. They show him looking like that, and they show them mugshots. Mugshots. His high school graduation picture, mugshots. And so the psychological effect that it has on people is that, oh, he was just jogging. Uh-oh, I clicked on something. He was just jogging. He's an innocent young man. He's innocent. He's just jogging. Look at that innocent face. Look at the bow tie and suit. This wasn't his most recent picture. Mugshots. Look at these races. They can't look more hillbilly than they look right here. And the good old young black man with his earphones on, trying to make his life better, running through the community to exercise. It's all facade. And they know it's facade. They know it's a facade.